Okay, I think we're ready. Whew. Man, I'm sorry it took so long. Good evening once again. For the first time in, like, a year. Well, you know, since last year. I already screwed up that joke, whatever. I'm not sure if I want to keep this. What can I say? I just wanted to have a little something before the stream started. I even covered up my little, like, text thing. Sorry. It's gonna be a bit of a slow start here, because it's been so long, but bear with me. Nah, I'm not even gonna say that. I'll make a better version of that someday. But not today. Alright. So here we are. 2019. Welcome back. Thank you. It's nice to be back. We're gonna kick off the new year with some new technology that I have acquired for Christmas. Let's give it a go. Go ahead and turn that power on. And, there's sound coming from my TV, and that should not be. Hang on a minute. That's not how we're going to be capturing the audio. No. Highly advanced technology. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. And now the audio should be captured too, right? Let's give it a try. Anything? Maybe not. Ah, there we go, there we go. I'm checking the, latency between what I see and what is being streamed. Am I imagining things, or is it a little bit janky? I mean, there's no better place than here to test out this sort of thing, right? This is loud? Alright. Good to know. Let's go ahead and turn that down by quite a lot. Wow, I had no idea it was going to be like that. I'm sorry. Alright, so how's that? I'll want to get headphones for my TV soon. No, I don't need that. I've got OBS set to monitor and output, so even with the television muted, I can hear it just fine. My audio doesn't seem to have any latency. So what about the frame rates? I'm noticing that in my preview window, at least, in OBS, the frames seem to be a little bit jittery. And I would like to get that resolved before we start properly. Yeah, I'm listening from my computer instead of my TV. Also, I have new headphones. They're very nice. They've got, a bit of soundproofing around them. Only problem is that, I've had a few problems with the cord. I think it might actually be a problem with my computer's audio jack, where it's just a little bit, it's stuttering inconsistently. That's what I was afraid of. Alright, let me see what can be done about this. Yeah, if it's really bad, we might need to, pause the stream momentarily and downgrade to 720p instead of 1080p, because the problem might be that my computer just can't handle, streaming this live. It can handle recording just fine. Yeah, let's just start a little bit and see how it goes. Oh god, I miss this BIOS so much. This little interface with the Nintendo Gamecube, it brings back such good memories. Should I have freed up room on my memory card? That might be a problem. Well, let's see how it goes. There it is. Pikmin 2. Hope you guys are getting a clear picture on your end. Seems alright from what I can tell. I think I like the crispy graphics better. None of that original stuff for me. I go all in on the crispiness. Hang on a minute. What'd that say? Yeah, save settings, make a new file. Yeah, good. Looks fine from where you are. Recording at 60 FPS too. Good. Whatever HD converter I got, you might have to get one yourself. It is the HD 60S, I believe. Let me double check. Yep, that's exactly what it is. HD 60S. And they got the 2-player modes too. I wish I could have you over here to try some of these. Some of the 2-player modes are actually pretty fun. Okatate Freight, a long-haul deep space shipping company. One day its only employee of any merit, Captain Olimar, crashed on an uncharted planet while on an interstellar... What? Is going too fast. There he was aided by indigenous creatures which he called Pikmin. In the end, Captain Olimar escaped. But in Olimar's absence, his employer, Okatate Freight, ran into financial difficulties. Oh, you were talking about the HD converter? What, you mean that thing that, like, converts RCA to HDMI? I mean, I don't think that's all that impressive of technology. It's just a converter box. Wow, what a dump. President of Okatate Freight and his loyal employee, Louis. We never actually hear the president's name, but I think it's Chacho or something like that. You might not be able to hear over the wind whistling, but he's actually trying to talk. I'm just gonna imagine this is what the Japanese sound like. Oof. If you're wearing headphones, I hope you enjoyed that. It's the bassiest thing I ever heard, swerving from right to left. I also like that weird horn noise. We're gonna be hearing it a lot. Oh! Soul-crushing death! What was this? Olimar has brought a piece of trash back from Earth. I love their eyes. Treasure, treasure, treasure! Money, 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 money! It stutters for a couple of seconds, about a minute or so. Initiating value. Recoveration of the... Oh my god, I can't read. 100 pokos. This thing's worth 100 pokos? That's more than a year's salary. Jesus. What kind of payroll are you guys on? I don't know. This guy kind of strikes me as a Mr. Krabs type. He probably pays all his employees peanuts. Financial debt, the game. Yep. Story of Pikmin 1. You gotta escape from the Planet you're stranded on. Collect all your ship parts. Pikmin 3, you're collecting food to feed your civilization. Pikmin 2, your boss is kind of a dumbass when it comes to money, so you gotta find treasure for him. Alright. Now, as far as our graphics go, it would seem that the problem lies entirely with... not really my computer. Well, maybe my computer. The point is, we haven't dropped any frames. So whatever is causing these stutters, I don't quite know. Yeah, that was close. I've averted a crash landing. Running diagnostics. I'm not sure why I'm giving this machine an accent. Alert. Danger. Louis is missing. He must have somehow fallen out of his cockpit. He is not responding via his communicator. He is either flouting protocol or in danger. The entire crash sequence was a PowerPoint? Oh no. You must find Louis before he freezes to death on the cold of this planet. Wait, look! Alright, I am going to try changing something real quick. Let me see here. Now, I could just change the resolution, and that might help. Let's see if that helped at all. Alright, we will see in a moment. Could these be Pikmin? They look like they are about to be devoured as we speak. You must help them quickly. Press B to call them with your whistle, Captain Olimar. You can also hold B. Okay, I'm not going to read all these instructions. I just finished playing Pikmin 1. I got a pretty good idea of how all this works. The Pikmin ran to your side. They seem to remember you, Captain Olimar. How fascinating. Give them instructions and do not delay. Hold A to grab a Pikmin and release to throw it. Where's that fifth one? Get over here. You kind of need every Pikmin you can get in this early part, so I wonder if it's actually possible to have one die. Or have all of them die. Would you just get a game over? I have just re-established my communication link with Louis. It is fortunate that we have managed to confirm his safety. Press Y to communicate with him. I am quite interested in the details of his condition. Oh dang, I still got popcorn over here. I really rushed it, trying to get here on time tonight. I spent too long playing Breath of the Wild, and just slept in as much as I could. In the end, probably got about 5 hours of sleep. But that's okay. I'm here now. We're good to go. Just checking on how our situation is going. Okay, now I'm noticing a substantial delay between what is being captured and what I'm doing. So, watch. I will press A, and then I will throw! Hold, and throw! And hold, and throw. The game is definitely stuttering more now. Oh dear. Well, that's not good. Maybe I shouldn't be streaming at 60 FPS. Maybe that is not something that my computer can quite handle. Maybe... Ah, here we go. Let's try this. Let me go ahead and make sure that everything is where it needs to be. The busier the screen is, the more it stutters. Interesting. I'm not sure there's really a good way to test that, except for, like, Maybe if I turn the camera around real quick, like, zoom, and like, zoom. Yeah, maybe I can just keep doing this a little bit. I think I downgraded the resolution? Alright, I'm paying attention to nothing but OBS, and I think I see what you're talking about. This is still happening a little bit. Hopefully it's not as severe, but please keep me on top of this. Louis. Hey folks, I'm Louis Anderson. I'm here in this game, and I got a real deep voice for some reason. Are you at all injured? Is that so? Then my concerns are eased. Our communication link shows you are nearby. Can you make your way to our location and rejoin us? I will navigate for you. Did I drop frames in OBS? No, I haven't dropped a single frame tonight. Oh, do we start with a map? I just pressed start and I didn't even pay attention to that. Oh yeah, we do start with a map. Awesome. Yeah, it took quite a while for me to find the map radar in Pikmin 1, so I'm really happy that we get to start with it this time. Makes it very handy for finding lost Pikmin. Just kind of doing a bit more back and forth faffing until we are certain of our situation with frame rates. Louis, the odd object before you appears to be one of the onions mentioned in Olimar's report. Plant. See, the onion ejected just sprouted. According to Olimar's report, it can be plucked with A. It's a fancy red onion if you ever saw one. Yeah, did you not know that's what they were called? Yeah, that's the little ships that the Pikmin live in. Olimar called them that because they resembled onions, and he called these things Pikmin because they resembled a certain brand of carrots on his home planet. This must be one of the Pikmin creatures from Olimar's report. It is staring at you. Yeah, I know, it's kind of uncomfortable. Alright, I need to take a break. I'm not used to speaking this much. Hang on a minute. There we go, see? I didn't even have to explain that. My sensors have indicated drool in the corner of your mouth. Are you alright? Yeah, this Louis is a little bit off in the head. Can't tell if he's just lazy or if it's something else. He's definitely got like a hollow leg when it comes to food. Have you ever heard that expression before? Because I only heard it recently. To have a hollow leg indicates that you, like, have space to spare in your stomach and you could eat for days. And of course, I'm just doing all this by instinct, not letting the game explain it at all. More seeds! The pellet from that flower must hold nutrients that breed Pikmin. Yes, the Pikmin gather nutrients, haul them to the onion, and further propagate the species. It's a Pikmin mothership. Alright, yeah. I'm not gonna spend forever covering the controls of the game. The basics are pretty simple. You command Pikmin, you collect food for them to bring to their ship and grow more. And in this game, you collect treasures, which we will find one of shortly. Now, something I do pretty much every time I play this game on my own, but I'm not going to bother you guys with it, is on the first day, I leave all my Pikmin in the ground. Until they all turn into flowers. Just speeds things up when I get started, but it's not necessary, not in the slightest. But you will definitely notice the drop in speed compared to what you may expect from the Pikmin. They can't help it. That's just the way they are. Can't run at full sprint until they've got flowers. There it is, Duracell! Yeah, it's just a straight-up Duracell. Sponsored content.
One new Duracell battery.
Oh god, that's loud.
One old Duracell battery after 9 loud weeks in a boom
I'm sorry, I don't know why everything's loud.
box.
Jesus Christ.
No peeking. Okay.
What is this? Hang on a minute. What the fuck is this? Charge up. Yeah, what is this?
One new Duracell battery. One old Duracell battery after 9 loud weeks in a boombox. Close your eyes.
In a boombox.
No peeking. Okay, open. Now, which is which? This is why we saved the new Duracell package. It holds the copper top tester, which tells you if
Oh, I remember these things!
replaced. The new one.
Oh my god.
The old. It's that simple. The new copper top tester. It's free and only from Duracell.
Wow. I totally forgot those even existed, those, like, copper testers. Some of them even have the head on the, like, battery itself. The only reasons we found this here is because this is where you crash-landed. How fortunate. I would like to appraise it, but we must regroup with Olimar first. Can you see him? What kind of futuristic 90s technology is this? We don't have those today. Yeah, I don't know. They just don't do it anymore. I guess it was a safety hazard or something. Look at those textures. You can tell every... It was made March 2010. Or, wait. When was this game released again? It was definitely before 2010, wasn't it? Hang on a minute. Yeah, this was released in 2004. That's not a creation date, that's an expiration date. My bad. Alright, can't pick that up yet. You gotta have our rendezvous. But there's paper bags in the way. Very clever. So this is what you gotta do in this game. You will frequently have to switch between your captains. Well, okay, you don't necessarily have to, but you can get a lot more done by doing something like that. And that's why it's Pikmin 2. Don't use that 2010 April Duracell or it'll explode your device. Reunited at last. This has been a troublesome start to our trip. But now you must feel assured that your combined wits can get you through anything, correct? Wow, what the... Dude, your emote didn't work. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen. Is that because you have a quotation mark at the end of it? Oh, that's weird. I will remember not to do that in the future. Yeah, punctuation kills emotes. I will try to remember that. Alright. Now what? I think I will first have you two split up. there should be more food around here somewhere. Or not. Huh. Is that all we're gonna get? Just this one Bulborb? Well, alright then. Race you back, Pikmin. Well, while we wait... Can I just say, this might be one of my favorite camera angles in the game. It's completely new to Pikmin 2. And it just gives you a good forward vision. It's very nice for scouting ahead a little bit. Can Olimar do this in Smash Brothers? I can't remember. That, like, karate chop? Yeah, you might not have known it, but Olimar can actually fight a little bit in these games. Not too much, but, we'll get to that later. Something else that this game has are upgrades. When we find certain treasures, they will enhance our abilities in some way. There's not too many of them, but they really come in handy when you do find them. There we go. March, my little friends, march. You only played Olimar in Smash Brothers like once before? Well, hey, we got some time. I can check right now. Oh, wait, I can't, because I got Breath of the Wild in my console. Never mind. I guess I'll just enjoy this caramel corn for the time being. I know that's like poor form, but I was really in a rush to get here today. Ideally, I would like these to start between 8 and 9, not at like almost 10 p.m. I'll work on it. It's not too good for me to sleep in too much on my days off anyway. How long will tonight's stream last? I can probably go until 1 a.m. But if you have to go early, I understand completely. Courage Reactor. I thank you for being here at the start to help us address the stuttering problems. Oh god. Popcorn kernel, hang on. Yeah, it's like stuck behind my tongue. God damn it. Took the liberty of naming it when I praised it. Oh right, he called it like the Courage Reactor or something. The name reflects my current thinking. Leave it to me to think up catchy names for hit products. It is but one of my many talents. Oh right, so the core premise of this game is basically one planet's trash is another planet's treasure. Gotta find a low orbit. Alright, so that's why we leave. That's why we leave at the end of the night. Not because it's dangerous or anything, but because we need to communicate with the president. I like how all the captains have different whistle noises. They've even got different little bugle sounds when you're commanding the Pikmin around. There's a new Dragon Ball game coming out for Switch and PC. Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission. For some reason that tells me that it's going to be focused on a one-player experience. And I don't know why. It just sounds like a good name for a one-player campaign. But I'm probably wrong. Or maybe not. Dragon Ball used to make a whole bunch of single-player games. Back on like Game Boy Advance and what have you. Of course, if it's on Game Boy Advance, what choice do you have? You found your first bit of treasure. Fine work. Our future depends on your efforts, so check your treasure hoard regularly. I'll check it often. Keep up the pace. He's a little bit nicer than Mr. Krabs. And he even comes to... Oh, right. Hang on. I gotta showcase this. Right. So the treasure hoard gives you like the ability to have a full 360-degree perspective. Well, maybe not completely, but lets you see the treasure from several angles, and you even get little notes about it. We recovered our first treasure. Amazingly, the Pikmin remembered how to salvage it. Wait. Oh, there we go. We have to scroll with the C-stick. I can't understand their adorable language, and I don't know what they're thinking, yet I'm so happy to see them. When I crashed on this planet, the Pikmin helped me locate my missing ship parts. In my darkest hour, the Pikmin were there for me. Now that I'm reunited with them, I know everything will be alright. It will. Right? What could possibly go wrong? And then over here is the Piklopedia, the bestiaria of the game, if you will. You can see how they react to Pikmin by throwing carrots at them. And just generally observe them. It's pretty nice. Oh, there's even an entry for the posies. Well, of course nothing's gonna happen if we throw carrots at these. Although it would be pretty funny if they just snapped instantly at the reaction to a carrot. I'm not gonna be reading all of these, because there's, you know, an entry for every little thing in the game. Could be a close relative to Pikmin. Interesting. Oh yeah, these are long. I'm not gonna be able to read all of these. Especially since there's another set of notes. I don't remember exactly what the criteria are, but eventually you'll be able to get Louie's notes on the monsters in the game. And you'll be able to get your ship's, like, sales pitch for the treasures. So that'll be fun. I'll probably read those and not Olimar's notes, because there's just too many of them. It's a card-based turn-fighting game with 350 plus characters. Okay, everything except for the last part was a little bit surprising to me. That might be interesting. I wasn't expecting something like that from Dragon Ball at this stage. Duracell has a cool slogan in Spanish. Dura... I can't roll my R's anymore. Duracell mas. And Duracell... No, Dura means lasts. Okay. Duracell lasts more. The lasting cell lasts more. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Pikmin are still sleeping their onions. What lazy creatures! Stand beneath the onion and press A to call them out. You got it. And so begins the first proper day. And as you can see, now we have a time limit. So we'll have to be careful with how we manage our time from here on out. There ought to be something up here. I'm frustrated that there still isn't. Alright, whatever. Let's see. I guess all we can do for the time being is just look around. Grow some more Pikmin if we can. There we go. There's something. Alright, I do believe I am going to do my waiting for the buds to grow, the flowers to grow. No, wait, no, I'm not. I might actually run out of things to do, because our area of exploration is so limited right now. Well, while you busy little ant workers are doing your thing, I will showcase one of the things you can do with your split captains. While one captain is out doing his thing, gathering food, gathering treasure, the other one can stay at home base and pluck the Pikmin as they grow. It's up to you how much to take advantage of this two captains mechanic, but I find it pretty darn handy. Wonder what that's going to turn into. That's the one thing about this game, is that the voices are extremely strange. I don't think we ever hear Olimar speak in the Smash Brothers games. I love that voice for Louie. Well, let's see. What can I talk about for the time being? Have you guys ever heard of Super Mario 128? This might be common knowledge to some people, but you know what? Maybe it's not anymore. This was pretty famous trivia that was talked about by a lot of magazines back in the day. But maybe folks today just don't know about it. So the original idea for Pikmin was conceived in a kind of beta test, a sort of tech demo. Yeah, that's a good word for it. A tech demo called Super Mario 128. That was basically just a big old cube in which 128 Marios lived and thrived. They could do all kinds of things, but there wasn't all that much for them to actually do. The important thing was pushing the limits of the GameCube hardware. And that's exactly what it did. Hello. Oh, it's not going to give us a description when we find a treasure? Ah, that's too bad. Yeah, let's go ahead and split up again. Alright, Olimar will wait here. And Louie will do battle with the Bulborb. Super Mario 64 secret sequel? Nah. Well, nah. I don't think it was ever intended to be that. And that's how you kill a Bulborb. Don't even worry about it. Just, you know, throw like crazy. As long as you can keep piling them onto the back of the Bulborb, and as long as you're not, like, standing directly in front of it, you can pretty much take it down. No sweat. There's no way Olimar and Louie weren't inspired by Mario and Luigi. Oh yeah, that's something I was going to point out but forgot about. Thank you. Although it's kind of obvious, if you're paying attention. You know, Luigi and Olimar is like almost an anagram of Mario. But it's neat. Man, I still remember back when World of Warcraft had characters based on Mario and Luigi. What were they called again? Larion and Muijin? Very clever. That whole, like, dinosaur crater area was cool. That's where they tucked away all their little Nintendo references. They even had a Link lookalike that gave you a boomerang. Hang on, I just read that one message. This was all the way back in like 2010, and there's been many spin-offs and such since. But this will be the first time we get anything related to Dragon Ball Heroes in the West? Really? It started as an arcade machine game, Dragon Ball Heroes. Arcade machine game using real cards to summon their respective characters like amiibos. Well, when you put it that way, it almost sounds like Fire Emblem Heroes. Alright, we don't need to do this. We can just swarm them around the thing. It's fine. Not all of you need to do that, though. Come on. The rest of you go to work punching this thing down. Well, that sounds interesting. I will have to, like, find a trailer for that. see what it's all about. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall? When masked, their might is ferocious. We will tear down the wall. Did Olimar instruct you on proper Pikmin commanding? Oh no, we don't need tutorials, please. Didn't you just tell us this? But we gotta say it twice because Louie doesn't know. You can find a trailer? Yeah, sure, why not? This first day, we don't have all that much to do. In fact, this, like, hole right here, that's, the last thing we're gonna be able to do, because we can't go any further. There's water in the way, and, as we'll see... You know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this for the sake of getting it out of the way. There was supposed to be a cutscene that played, and I wanted to get it out of the way, but it didn't. So I just made a Pikmin suffer for no reason. I'm sorry. Here's the trailer. Don't pay any attention to heroes you don't recognize. Okay. Utter scrap. Can you figure out what brand of cola this is? I can't. All I can tell is that it's 250 milliliters, whatever it is. I paused on the first text thing on the trailer. In a world where heroes are seen as heroes. Well, yeah, what else would they be seen as? What is this? In a world. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. Well, actually, this is giving me some Yu-Gi-Oh vibes. Yeah, it's definitely giving me some Yu-Gi-Oh vibes. It's time to duel! Oh my god. Yeah, alright. It's Duel Monsters, but with Dragon Ball. Cool. Super Dragon Ball Heroes. 5 versus 5. Final destination. No trap cards. Well, that's cool and all, but I would like to see more explanation behind this card mechanic. Wait a minute. The fighters are inside the video game, but the people with the cards are also in the video game. Look at it, it's a massive arcade cabinet. Oh! Wow, that was only half the trailer? Wait a minute. Well, what the hell is the rest of it? I am Nejiro. I will destroy this planet unless you meet my challenge. Silas was the... Okay. Yeah, we don't need to look too deeply into that, because I'm not going to have a fucking clue what's going on. And that is just fine. And I closed my thing by accident. Oops. And the arcade machines, you physically shake the cards. In the 3DS spin-off, you use the stylus. Oh boy, are we going to have to use the touchscreen on the Nintendo Switch? I don't want to do that. I heard Vinny talk about this the other day when he was proposing the idea of bringing Super Mario Maker to the Switch. It would be nice if they included a special stylus that somehow interacted with the screen. Even though that's not technically how the screen works, but boy would it be nice if it could. You touch the screen on the Switch and shake the mouse on the PC? Ugh, I don't want to do that. Interesting. Warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. What could lie on the ground? What is wrong? You both look You both show expressions of unease. Do not fear. The leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod, too. Approach the hole and press A to jump in. Okay, important question. I have my two captains split up right now. They each have 35 Pikmin. When I enter the hole, how many Pikmin will join with me? It sounds like a elementary schooler's arithmetic problem. That looks like 35. You're keeping an eye out for it, particularly the PC version, because the Dragon Ball modding community is mighty. Sure, you remember those Fighter Z mod videos? Oh yeah, do I ever. Well, more like GIFs. I wonder if I have any just flying around. I would be disappointed in myself if I did not at least keep a screenshot of Waluigi doing his thing in Dragon Ball. It doesn't look like it. Oh well, it was worth a look. My heat sensors indicate that this hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Analysis suggests subterranean areas may offer support May offer support. No. Subterranean areas may support different life forms than the surface. Jeez. Why did I insert that word? If you want to check underground terrain. Okay, yeah. I am not just a ship, I am an all-purpose support pod. Okay, yeah, only 35 Pikmin joined us, but that's okay. We will be fine. Check it out. It's an orange. This is a stupid way to go about playing this game, but if you don't have anything else, if you don't have anything particularly threatening, it works. Ooh, there's something. It's a 7-Up bottle. Cool. Oops. I keep miscalculating these. How can you possibly consider this beast a treasure? Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I will store your finds in my hold. But I do not think beasts will be worth much. There we go, proper treasure. A citrus lump. I mean, some of these names are pretty apt, I must say. Trash is worth more than living creatures. Yep. And the other one is... I mean, it's clearly a 7-Up bottle cap, but what's it gonna call it? The Quenching Emblem. I love these names so much. Alright, so we don't have a treasure radar just yet, but we can keep an ear out for that noise that just played. That like something powering down. That is when we know that we've collected all the treasures on a particular level of the cave. Yeah. Oh, you entered a hole? Well, guess what? You can press A to enter more holes. Incredible. I love the little Pikmin songs. It's been like 3 months. What did I do during my streaming break? Well, let me tell you, first and foremost, I found a new job. That's probably the biggest thing. That's part of the reason why I haven't been back for a while. Other part, of course, being, you know, I was waiting on new equipment to arrive in the mail. But of course, I also visited with family. It wasn't that big of a visit. Because, oh, you know, this would be a good time to talk about our home experiences on stream. It was a unfortunate series of events. But what was the order of operations? Right, plumbing. First of all, plumbing was acting weird. We started getting, like, what's the word? Drains backed up. Water coming out where it is not supposed to be. Okay, I'm like a mile away. You don't have to tell me about it right away. It's inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design on the outer shell resembles the surface of this planet as seen from space. Perhaps this can be used for something other than salvage. But how will we ever lift it? I fear that even 100 red Pikmin will be unable to lift it. Bit of a dilemma. Alright, where was I? Right. Plumbing. Typical problem. And us being out here in the middle of nowhere, we have to rely on all reliable, not so reliable septic tank. So, I mean, when they get old enough, problems are just bound to happen. Not much you can do about it. I think I'm gonna have one of the captains stay behind. So that, of course, was problem numero uno, not long after we discovered that problem. You know what, let's just swarm these guys, see how that goes. Man, these guys are not very good at murdering Pikmin compared to the Bulborbs from Pikmin 1. I think enemies in general have a harder time killing Pikmin in this game. They made it a little bit easier. And I am okay with that. There we go. Ooh, flowers. It was more than just a clogged drain. I think there was an entire pipe that burst underground and was leaking. That and the tank was probably, like, full or something. Anyway, so that was problem number one. I keep, like, skirting around problem number two, which was a pipe bursting inside the house. No one saw it coming. But thankfully, my family responded to it very, very quickly. I don't even know how they did. I like, almost swept through it. It was upstairs. It was, like, underneath a sink. It burst, and there was water shooting everywhere out of this geyser with incredible force. Yes, that's exactly what happened to my pipe as well. Alright, that's how we leave. You go down with holes, and you escape with a water geyser. Makes sense. Alright, let's go ahead and get you guys into our group. Chunky! Now, if there's anything in this game that could be considered a chungus, it would be the purple Pikmin. It has hair and is quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Alamar. It must be an entirely new type. Transforming Pikmin by tossing them into flowers? Intriguing. Perhaps there are others. Big chunk. No, I'm not. You're not gonna reference that meme. It's dumb. You know, I'm willing to bet that, like, well over half of the people who enjoy the Big Chunkus meme also hate Jim Sterling. I don't know. That's just my prediction. I bet they would revolt if they knew that he was the one that coined the phrase chungus. But they just continue to lavish in their ignorance of the truth. Their ugly, massive, flamboyant truth. Speaking of which, I'm looking forward to what Jim Sterling has in store for us in 2019. The big story, of course, has already been touched on a little bit. Not much, but he's going to do a full video on this later. You may have already heard about it. There was an incident with a Medieval Times and a games company CEO and a thumb drive that was left at the Medieval Times full of important company files as well as a little bit of pornography, which the CEO insists is actually footage of a magic trick, which is just the silliest thing I have ever heard. I don't know how the hell he can say that with a straight face. See, if you watch between the crevices when she does the thing, and people ask her to do the thing, you'll see, it's like a magic trick. It's amazing. What? No, I don't get off on it. What, are you sick? Man, I would even suggest that. I'm pretty sure that the CEO is actually completely American, so I don't know why I'm giving him that accent. Randy Pitchford's Raunchy Pictures. That's a perfect way to sum it up. And there's no way in hell that's what Randy Pitchford sounds like. Like, he could have at least denied that he was the one that put it on there. That could have been a little bit believable, but instead he went on a whole tangent about it being a magic trick. There's a device resembling a microchip embedded inside this sphere, retrieving data. Error, I could only decipher a portion of the data, but I did retrieve new geographic charts. I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the Sphere Chart. Alright. Access the Explorer Kit. Oh, yeah, that's our upgrades. And that includes expansions to the map. So, check it out. We got 12 total. All new things that we can find. Wait a minute. So the Sphere Chart... Did it do more than just upgrade our ability to wander across the world? If it did something else, I'm not sure what it is. Well, alright then. So, very nice thing is that you don't have to wait for your Pikmin to follow you all the way to the exit. You can just go there with your captain, as long as you got everyone with you. Actually, I think it might work even if you don't have... You know what? Experiment time. I'm going to leave one Pikmin here. The rest are with Olimar, and Louie is going to leave. Now, we have 35 Pikmin total right now. What will happen when we leave the hole? Alright. We're almost 10% there! For some reason, this quest of overcoming debt makes me feel like playing Animal Crossing a little bit. I am honestly looking forward to the new Animal Crossing game. I never played City Life or New Leaf. So it's been a long, long time since I played an Animal Crossing game. I think I'll have fun with the new one. Might be a fun interactive experience, too. Beep beep. You have successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision-making, gentlemen. We must celebrate your first successful spelunking expedition. You have gathered a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I shall send a report back to the President tonight detailing your progress. Alright, let's go ahead and get to the results screen. I really need to know what the fate of my 36 unaccounted for Pikmin are going to be. You still want to work? Unacceptable. You may not realize it, but you are exhausted. You should take a much-needed rest, as you have all the time you need to collect treasure. Kind of. It'd be nice if you could round it up in a timely fashion. Haste makes waste, so take it slow and steady. You've never played Animal Crossing at all, so you're looking forward to why people were screaming at the announcement? Yeah, I don't know why they were, like, going mad about the announcement. I'm not gonna deny that they were. Like, Animal Crossing fans can really be diehard fans. Like, it's kind of impressive how intense they can be over such a chill game. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I were an Animal Crossing fan, like a diehard fan, even when a new game is announced, I'd be like, oh yeah, sweet. Can't wait to get into it. Oh yeah. I wouldn't be like frothing at the mouth, being like, oh my god! That entered my throat a little bit. Hang on a moment. But seriously though, I haven't played one in years, so I'm looking forward to it. Baby steps first, Olimar. Plan well and don't forget about me. I mean, don't worry about me. Our debt is with Happy Hokatate loan and savings, after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess, so ha! You're basically, like, declaring for bankruptcy, Mr. President. Are you okay? Range expanded. Hang on a minute. Did we... Wait a minute. Did we get a number on our Pikmin? Hang on a minute. How many Pikmin do we have? Oh my god, I need to know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find out until I go... Oh, no. Did I miss it? Was I not paying attention? I need to go ahead and land so I can check. You don't want to mess with Animal Crossing fans? You seen how they played Isabelle in Smash and you ain't touching that? I suppose I'm a little bit under a rock here. Like, I know Isabelle is good and all, but I haven't seen her, like, absolutely destroying people yet. I haven't seen any pros play around with Isabelle. But then again, I only, like... Okay, honest confession here, the only people I've seen playing Smash Brothers for any length of time are myself, and Vinny and Joel, and that's it. And they are not experts by any stretch. Oh, right, the ship is saying that the purple Pikmin are tucked away inside of it. Very nice, very nice. Oh, you got a clip for me? Excellent. Let's check it out. What happens when Isabelle goes mental? Ooh! Ooh! Okay, but that's a random chance for that. Whoa, 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 this is gonna get me muted. Hang on a minute. Sorry. I don't think I'm allowed to have that music playing. Whoa, I didn't know you could throw straight up with that. I think I have underestimated the power of Isabelle's aerial attacks. Like, the turnip may have a random chance of being strong or weak, but that slingshot is surprisingly powerful. That's one thing I've noticed from watching Vinny play. He plays a lot of Villager. Not Isabelle, but, you know, they're close enough. Alright, that's all of them. Every single one of our Pikmin made it. Very good. They're all still little leafy fellas, though, so we're gonna have to get them upgraded as soon as possible. What was that? I don't like that sound. What was that? Oh, here we go. Little grubbling fellas. We're not gonna go too crazy on growing Pikmin today. I'm much more interested in having them get upgraded into flowers as soon as possible. Hi. Man, those little pink grubs, I think, are actually harmless in this game. Like, they certainly try, but I don't think they can actually harm your Pikmin. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Get those flowers on. She can also pocket anything. Anything! That includes Zelda's Spirit Knight. I want to do that someday. Either reflect or capture the knight. That's gonna be awesome. Seems to have enhanced motor skills. I wonder how many people even are aware that Pikmin can turn into flowers. Because it's kind of obscure how it works in Super Smash Bros. You have to, like... How's it work again? You have to wait a certain amount of time? And then they... Whoa. Hi there. Get back here, you. No, 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 don't get too close. Sneaky, sneaky flint beetle. Alright, that was the iridescent flint beetle. You may have seen it before. Its entire purpose is to be distracting, both to you and your Pikmin. Wait, I had it. There we go. You can control what kind of Pikmin you're holding by using the D-pad. I said I was gonna not explain the controls too much, and I'm already going back on that, but that's okay. There we go. Now we got a whole army of flower Pikmin ready to go. Let's see if we can't get you guys flowered up too. A watermelon cockroach? That is a surprisingly apt way to put it. What is it now? I know. This is a really random time to be presenting me with a tutorial, please. Alright. There we go. Very nice. Now we can actually move at a decent pace. Isn't that something? Alright, that spot up there looks mighty suspicious, so I'm gonna check it out. This is gonna be a little bit, suspect, because, I know where everything is. I played this game so many times, there's, like, no surprises left for me. What are you guys doing up there? Get down here. You know, since I'm here, let's demonstrate the power of the purples. Boom! 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 Not only do they have increased carrying capacity, they are also extremely strong. In fact, you know what? I bet I can take down this full orb just with my little squad of purples here. Let's try it. They are very powerful. I love them. Alright, what to do next? Oh yes, of course. Strawberry. And what else? There's so much to see in this wondrous new world. So many places to go. trying to act surprised on a game like like the back of your hand doesn't work. Yeah, that's why you didn't even bother with Ratchet and Clank 2. Fair enough. I guess I will try to point out the secrets as I find them, in case it is of use to people who are watching this. So what I had forgotten is that I need a different kind of Pikmin in order to get the secret that's up on top of that little pot. Sunseed Berry. This game's gonna make me hungry. Those are the only ones you know so well? From Ratchet and Clank 3? Oh, you mean like from the franchise. Okay. Oh, what now? The sooner we get through these tutorial messages, the better. The onion has ceased ejecting seeds. Is it malfunctioning? Seems the number of life forms within has increased. Yep, there we go. There's the limitation. You can only have 100 Pikmin at a time. Alright, as you can see, some of the leaves have started to change into buds, and from there they will turn into flowers. Oh. Speaking of the devil, there they are right now. There's some flowers. We'll wait for all of them to grow, and then Olimar will pluck them out. By the way, I said 100, but it seems we only have 95. That's because there's wild Pikmin out there. It's gonna be a long time before we can do anything with them. I should have had Pikmin working on this whole time. Oh, wait. Get over here. No, I missed it. Wait. Yes! These Pikmin are easily distracted. They fall off the plant, they immediately get back on the plant. Astounding! This red berry contains an ultra-spicy essence. It does not appear to have any monetary value, but I shall research potential uses for it. Bring me another specimen. Having trouble reading tonight? A little bit. I mean, it's been a long time since I've done any streaming, so that may be part of it. But you know what? I'm happy to know that it's not just me that has trouble reading sometimes. I've been watching Vinny play Mother 3, and he's been doing spoonerisms like every stream. Even the pros have lapses in their reading comprehension sometimes. You bought Viscera Cleanup Detail on Steam at full price. Are you going to be streaming that? I've already forgotten whether you said you were going to stream that or not, but if you are, then I am curious. You've caught my curiosity with your description of that game. A powerful potion has been discovered. The Ultra Spicy Spray! Although it is untested, I believe it will have spectacular results. Spray it on all your Pikmin by pressing down on the control pad. Cool. Well, we will test that later when we get into a... Oh, actually, you know what? Why don't you guys go ahead and gather up some more? The sprays in Pikmin 2, I would honestly almost consider to be cheating. They are so good. I'll demonstrate their effects when we get into a boss-type situation. You know, that's my biggest regret from having not played Pikmin 3, is that I never got to experience the boss fights. They looked pretty amazing. And I seem to be losing my voice a little bit. Give me a moment. Alright, sorry about that. I had to refresh my throat a little bit. I don't know what it is that's been causing me problems. You've only ever played half of Pikmin 1, but you've been wanting to play more of it for a while. I finished Pikmin 1 in the span of 2 days before I streamed this. I have a lot of fond memories of that game, but every time I replay it, I get faster and faster. It's just not long enough. There's not enough to do. Sorry, that weird, like, noise, like, really caught me off guard. I don't know what in the world is up with that. I know what it is. That's the sound of Pikmin returning to the Earth. We waited too long for them to sprout, and now some of them have just disappeared. Yep, we can see it in action. There it goes. You can't just leave them in the ground all day. You have to pluck them eventually. Alright, fine. Every good game that was released on the Wii U was a tragedy because no one bought the damn thing. That's why I'm a fan of the Switch ports that we've been getting, and I sincerely hope that we see one for Pikmin 3 someday. Oh, I am so glad that you can just select your Leaf Pikmin. It was such a hassle getting Pikmin upgraded back in the first game. Because, like, the instant a single Pikmin touched that drop of nectar, it was gone. Here, you can actually, like, get a little cluster of them around it before it goes away completely. So I guess we'll just go ahead and take everyone with us. There we go. I'm not gonna bother picking that one up. Alright, what next? There's a hole. There's a hole over there. Wait, are we gonna have enough? Hang on a minute. Yeah, we need at least 20 purples in order to get that thing pressed down. I guess we'll have to come back later. Don't think I don't see you hiding in there, PD Piranha. Thought you could be sneaky, huh? I think not. Alright, there has to be a hole around here somewhere. There it is. There's one there. And, oh! Can't go that way. Alright, back this way. God, that thing is ugly. Oh, the plant. Maybe I should have saved that picture that I drew at the beginning of the stream. I'll work on making a better version by this time next week. Biological sensors are reacting violently. The readings are ominous. A beast of unknown power lurks in these depths. A large Pikmin group would be reassuring. Expect dangerous encounters. Extreme heat pockets. You may need flame-resistant Pikmin. But my records indicate that no such Pikmin exists. Are my records incomplete? Take a wild guess which color of Pikmin is fireproof. Oh, that's nice that it gives you a little heads up on what kind of hazards you'll encounter when you go into a hole. That thing was like a piranha plant designed by Resident Evil's artists. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Oh, I am so glad that there's no time limit on the holes. If there was, I would be scrambling to try and finish this in the next, like, 3 minutes. But we don't need to do that, and that is good. Hello. More of these little beasties I see. Oh, right. Pathologically Fresh. In case you didn't know, I'm finally streaming from an actual physical device right now. I still own a functioning GameCube, and I'm happy to say that it works. Still. Just fine in tandem with my new capture units. Which I... Uh-oh. Ah! Phew, okay, I think we're okay. I need to be more careful in the future. Alright, what do we got here? Obviously, that's a D-pad. But what's it gonna be called? The Stone of Glory. All these names are so good. How do they come up with them? Oh, is that it? I guess that's it for this level. Okay. Something important that we confirmed through our test earlier is that you do not need to have all Pikmin under your captain's command when you go from one part of the cave to the next. No matter where they are, they will all group up when you go down the hole. Game seems fun, stream looks fine, the game is fun. But you gotta head to bed. Alright, I'll see you next time. I'm gonna keep on going for at least another hour. Because this is pretty darn fun. I could keep going at this for a long time. So, right. Whole new world of possibilities have opened up thanks to the devices that I now possess. Thanks, Mom. Couldn't have done it without a little bit of extra help from the family. But yeah, with this, my entire GameCube collection has opened up, and boy oh boy, do I have some classics I want to share with you guys. And some not-so-classics. I have some very strange games in my collection as well. Should be fun. Are there no monsters on this level? No treasures either? So, only purpose here is to make more purple Pikmin. Okay. I honestly forgot that there were going to be holes like this. I mean, sub-levels like this. You know what I mean. Alright, let's get the rest of you in. This is a necessary step in making more Pikmin, but I don't like the fact that they all scream when I do it. Oh man, in the future, I am probably going to try to do a bit more variety on my streams, not just have, you know, one game for an entire month. I'm gonna try and expand my options with a few one-off streams, helped along by my collection of GameCube games, as well as others. I have other consoles I can stream from, but for now, we're going to be focusing mostly on GameCube. Alright, there we go. Just making sure everyone is present and accounted for. Let's go further. Something I think I'm gonna hold off on for a while until, like, the new Pokemon game comes out. I think, like, the week before we get a new Pokemon game this year, I will stream Pokemon Channel. And if I had the necessary equipment, I would also give a shot at Hey You Pikachu. I honestly want to revisit that game someday. Even though I have a hard time believing that the microphone technology would still work after all these years. I mean, even back in the day, it was frustrating as all hell. trying to get Pikachu to do what you needed it to do. I remember getting so mad at that game as a kid. It's kind of like taking the Stroop test in Brain Age. Where you get frustrated trying to say one thing, and then as you, like, shout in frustration, that counts as another word. And so you just get penalized further and further. Well, obviously the penalization doesn't happen with, Hey You Pikachu, but it's still frustrating nonetheless. Alright, thankfully, in Pikmin 2, you can actually deactivate those geysers of fire. Do not try this in Pikmin 1, by the way. It does not work. Honestly, if you're skilled enough, you can probably even take out those fire geysers with, other colors of Pikmin. You just have to call them away before the fire shoots out. That looks like a Famicom disc. You know, I wouldn't mind giving a shot at a Famicom disc console one of these days. It just looks neat. Plus, I kind of miss floppy disks in general. I wonder what game this is. The Cosmic Archive. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that it's Super Mario Bros. 2, even though it almost certainly is not Super Mario Bros. 2. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, jeez. Here goes my last swig of water. Is there anything else on my radar right now? I've been pretty busy, but there's a lot to talk about. If I just remember it, I need to like make a cue card with subjects. Make myself a little cheat sheet, if you will. Boy, streaming after months of hiatus really takes a toll on your throat. Yeah, excuse me, I'm sorry. Just not used to this. Alright, so something that I ought to talk about is my streaming schedule for the coming year. 2019, I got a lot in store for you guys. Golly, these things are just too good. These chunky purple boys. They don't know their own strength. Oh no! Oh no! I jumped the gun. It had to happen eventually. Alright, blow my whistle. I'll be able to help him. Stop panicking. Oh my god, the fire's spreading. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Stop, stop, stop! Did I get him? Okay. Note to self, be patient. Huh? Did you not hear my whistle? I said stop! Alright, let's get this thing out of here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Why are you following Louie? No. Louie has his own thing he needs to do. Ugh. Well, that completely threw off my train of thought. I'm sorry about that. Dream Architect. And it's just a ball game and watch. Not even a good one like Donkey Kong Jr. Well, I guess you can't escape the honor of being first. As is the case with Ball. The legend. Oh, I didn't see that one lurking down there. Okay, real quick. I'm fairly certain that these walls are not always solid. I have had exactly one instance where I was throwing Pikmin around like a madman and somehow managed to lose one over the edge of a wall in a cave. Ah! 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 Wow. That seemed to scare them as much as it did me. Hey, stop that. Alright, am I missing anything? Nope, looks like that's it. And the hole... The hole is... Oh yeah, it was like right next to the entrance. Interesting notice, a thing to note is that these caves are actually, like, slightly randomized. It's kind of hard to notice at first, but they change a little bit each time you go in. So you're never going to be entirely sure what the layout is going to be like. Especially when it comes to treasures. Like, the treasure placement in particular is quite randomized. Ugh, can I please finish my train of thought? I keep getting distracted by things. First, the fire, and then the little bug sprouting out of the ground. Jeez. Okay. January. Pikmin 2. It's just a good game to kick off the year with. A good way to test my new, Elgato. Oh my god. February. It's gonna be Earthbound. Why? Because my birthday is in February, and I have a particular attachment to Earthbound when it comes to my birthday. So, pretty much every year, I play a game from the Mother series on my birthday. And you are not supposed to be in my group. Get out of here. There we go. Actually... let's do things a little bit more sneakily. Alright, let me finish my train of thought before I start this fight. Right, January, Pikmin 2. February, Earthbound. March will be... Shoot, what do I have planned for March again? Oh yeah, Cuphead. On PC. Yep, that's what I'm going to be doing in March. And April, I'm considering... Harvest Moon 64. Another game that's very near and dear to my heart. What the heck am I worried about? This thing's harmless if you just play it smart. Yep. Just call them back before they get shaken off. Don't mess around when she starts rolling. And you don't have a thing to worry about. You do have to be paying attention now. I remember when there was a WarioWare game based off of this fight. That was pretty silly. Oop. And other thing to note, of course, is do not get them stuck on her underside. Uh-oh. There we go. most boss fights in this game, I want to say, are safe enough if you play it smart. If possible, of course, I would like to finish this game without losing too many Pikmin. And in fact, I have beaten this game without losing a single Pikmin before. It's not easy. It takes a bit of, what do you call it? It takes a bit of resetting. Bizarre. It's emitting a black light. Must have been ingested by that creature. Does that say love tester? What an absolutely repulsive life form. On our return to Hocotate. No, our return to Hocotate cannot come soon enough. Alright, so that's like a quarter of the year right there. After that, I don't know. A lot of possibilities in the air. I'd like to get her into streaming Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door at some point or another. Another very near and dear to my heart kind of game, that is. And we're missing someone. There's one Pikmin that seems to have wandered off on his own. We'll get to him in a minute. Yep, that's a love tester. Aren't these things just like... They're kind of like those Scientology machines. And that they don't really mean all that much of anything. Like, do not trust this machine. It is not a scientific device. Seems to react when it approaches treasure. Well, at least this one has a function. The treasure gauge is now fully operational. Very good. That will be important because we need to keep an eye out for buried treasure. In addition to, you know, regular treasure. We now have 25 purples. Very good. Let's get the hell out of here. Ooh. Good haul this time. You know, maybe we will try to keep this particular stream a little bit short today. Because I got started a lot later than I wanted to. Generally, I feel like keeping things, getting things done before midnight would be a good goal to strive towards. Central Time, of course. Alright, I don't feel like we need to do much of anything else here, so why don't we put our little Pikmin friends back in. You know what we can do, though? Hey, you know what? You know what? On second thought. $70? Yeah, that should be good. You know what? How's it? Whoa, 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 whoa. Those guys came back. Excuse me. Okay. So, yeah, given the circumstances, I think we can manage to squeeze in one more cave visit before we're done. Oh, nope. Purples only, please. There we go. There we go. I wasn't sure if that was gonna work or not. These things are a little bit weird. But they're not too threatening. Alright, here we go, here we go. Astounding. My metal detectors are reacting violently. What could be down below? Oh. I just noticed something. The screen is a little bit off, isn't it? Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Can we access our options from here? No? Alright, I'll have to do that later. I mean, I could just fix it in OBS, but eh. Alright, let's go. White Flower Garden. Yeah, maybe after this is done, Yeah, you know what? I think this will be the last thing we do in Pikmin 2 today. I might do a quick little thing in a different game if we have time. Just for the sake of messing around with what I have to stream with. Whoa. Okay, are we good now? Alright, you loonies. Let's just stick with the reds for now, so everyone stays together and keeps a tight formation. Man, out of the... Whoa! Whoa! Alright, no problem. Shoeshine. A product that I don't think has been in common use since, like, the 1980s. Like, I don't know, I don't think I know a single person who shines their shoes on a regular basis. Maybe my grandpa, but not anymore. Yeah, this thing... Sorry. Sorry. There we go. So sorry about that. Alien billboard. Well, when you look at it the right way, the Kiwi kind of does look like an alien, and this is about as alien to me as it is to these creatures, these Hokatatians in Pikmin. Alright, that's everyone, let's go. This is why I wanted to play Pikmin 2 more than Pikmin 1. I don't know what it is about the cave exploration. It's just fun to me. And I will definitely be going through challenge mode as well when we get to it. But man, we haven't even unlocked it yet. We got a little ways to go before that possibility opens up to us. I don't think we need our purple friends here, so... Let's take you guys again. Hello, Blowhog, my old friend. This is pretty much my strategy for dealing with Blowhogs. Pile them on, call them back. Pile them on, call them back. I gotta say, they were a lot tougher back in Pikmin 1. Come to think of it, I think they were bigger too back in Pikmin 1. Now they're just kinda, not really all that much to write home about. Although you do have to be careful not to get caught in the flame yourself. Because that would be bad. Oh, also be careful not to let them get launched over the side of the rail here. It is possible for Pikmin to fall into that, like, space, that negative space, and just fall forever, and they're dead. Drought Ender. Yeah, that's a particularly nasty way to go. To just fall into the abyss. That spooky abyss that I don't want anything to do with. Now, where's the exit again? There it is. Times like this are where this alternate camera angle comes in handy. And here we have a diamond. Or perhaps a rose quartz. Actually, yeah, that's probably a rose quartz. A petrified heart. We're going to be finding quite a few of these gemstones throughout the game, and they're quite pretty. Even though it's probably kind of a simple thing to render, just a plain old gemstone, they always look nice. Even way back in the day, you know, playing the Legend of Zelda game, collecting rupees, You just want to grab them. They're shiny. They're colorful. What's not to like? Alright, what do we got going on here? Looks like some big, rusty pipes that I don't want anything to do with. Actually, you know what? This is probably where the white Pikmin are, if I'd had to guess. Yes. There they is. How can a flower so deep underground bloom so robustly? How mysterious. This place is conspicuously warm. Could it act as a kind of hothouse for foliage? What an interesting development. The Pikmin look as if they long to be tossed into the flower. If you say so. All I can tell you about this next procedure is that it will be excruciating. Yep. Buried treasure is going to be a thing. Whenever that thing starts going mental, that's when you know you need to dig. Huh? Ooh. What disgusting little creatures. Incredible. A white Pikmin. It is tiny but looks distinctively swift. Its eyes are an unseemly red. This type of Pikmin was not mentioned in your notes, Olimar. It must be an entirely new type. Our record is a blank page, since a certain captain haven't documented them. We must experiment to make detailed observations for the benefit of future generations. Sure thing, Halbert. Yeesh, only 15 though. We got like 2 different gates back in the forest that are going to require white Pikmin to knock down. Well, the game hasn't explained this yet, but they're immune to poison. Oh, isn't that nice? I don't even have to do anything. As long as I walk over where there is buried treasure, the white Pikmin will pick up on them. Yep. Perhaps those beady red eyes of theirs allow them to sense objects buried in the dirt. Oh, wait. Where's everyone else? Get over here. Get over here and help! You lazy sprouts. Get in there and put your backs into it. There we go. I'm glad the Pikmin no longer do that little animation where they express dismay over having failed a task. They just shake their heads and sigh, and it takes forever for them to rejoin your group, and I hate it. But they don't do that anymore, so hooray. Come along, little Pikmin. I will show you the way. I will not show you the way. I don't want that meme to come back in 2019. We had our fun. It's time for it to move on. Time to move on to a different meme. Other than Big Chungus. Although, if I'm being perfectly honest here, I can't be too upset that something from a classic Looney Tunes cartoon is trending. I mean, animation is just special. You know? Those old classics are classics for a reason. The animators put a lot of detail into each of the characters. That's why they seem to be almost timeless sometimes. There we go. This is where things start to get a little hazardous. Thankfully, the captains do not need to worry about this poison gas because they're already wearing spacesuits. Oxygen is already plenty toxic to them. Oh, you guys, spread out more, please. Not like that, not like a horseshoe. Alright, let's just go ahead and clear all these out. Because I know for a fact that we're not going to have enough white Pikmin to carry everything. Yep, there we go. And another, and you know what? I probably didn't even have to do that. That little side area seems completely optional. Just a little fluke on the part of the random level design. It's quiet in here. Too quiet. I guess the path to the exit is clear. That must mean that there's something dangerous over this way. Hello? Anything here going to try to kill me? I guess not. Alright, fair enough. Good old chapstick. Survival ointment. I cannot relate to that enough. Ever since I was a child, that stuff has been absolutely vital in preserving my sanity anytime I have to go out of doors. I remember a particularly dreadful time that I had once. I was at one of those family pizza gatherings as a child. I'm not sure why I called it that. Kind of like a bootleg Chuck E. Cheese. Something like that. And wow, you guys just scattered. That's the best way I can describe it. I was sitting down, seeing something on the television, enjoying my pizza, but I was really uncomfortable, and I couldn't quite figure out why. And as I started to drink my lemonade, I realized, holy shit, my lips are dry as all get out. And no matter how much I lick them, I know. You're not supposed to, but I was a kid. I didn't know that. They just wouldn't moisten up. I would, like, stick my lips into the lemonade to try and moisten them up. Which, by the way, is a bad idea. Don't do that. I almost want to say that at some point they started bleeding, but maybe not. Maybe it didn't get that bad. And then, oh, salvation. My mother offered me the solution after I struggled to explain my problem to her. She reached in her purse and took out a little device known as chapstick. And my life was saved. I really don't know what I would have done if not for that. If not for the existence of chapstick. I could go for some right now. It's a little bit dry today. Why not? Alright, I know what is waiting for me. I'm not excited about it. We should take a small squad with us. Don't wanna be too conspicuous. Where is it? It's right around here. Where is it? There we go. Whoa! Oh, no! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Ah! There, get it! Get. Oh. I didn't think it was possible to defeat this thing so quickly with nothing but 20 red Pikmin. Well, how about that? Well done, Captain Olimar. You have defeated the freakish half-bird, half-serpent hybrid. Oh no, don't tell me. That treasure was ingested by the beast, wasn't it? This ship really does not like bugs. Alright, get that thing out of here. And all you come with me, and we shall see that syrup is exactly what you need. There we go. Now, show me the work ethic of the white Pikmin. If you can manage to get enough of them, they are indeed pretty swift at carrying things back to base. Alright, Louis, prepare to escape. What's this one gonna be? Tartan glove? Flannel? The 5-man knapsack. Ugh. I can see where you're coming from, but does it have to wiggle like that? I wouldn't feel comfortable sleeping in a wiggly thing like that. This material looks comfortable. I will use it to patch the boss's favorite sleeping bag. Seam test conclusive, cross-stitching successful. The knapsack is complete. When you have an unoccupied time interval, press and hold X to take a nap. Quite possibly the most useless function in the game. Hey, if you want to just take a nap, you can do that. You can even do that while you're surrounded by Pikmin, and they'll try to beam you up. Well, it didn't do anything here, but if you try it on an onion, you'll get a little bit of fireworks. But yeah, I don't know if there is a function to that. Seems to be just for Easter egg purposes. Whew, that was fun. I'm gonna have to take a nap after this is over. How appropriate. Getting the knapsack has caused me to realize I am myself in need of a nap. You know what? I'm gonna try and get away with one last thing before we end for today. As long as you make it to a cave, even if it's the absolute last second... Oh. Speak of the devil. Oh no more, Louis. The sun will be setting soon. Call all of the Pikmin to you! This planet's native nocturnal life forms are ferocious and therefore dangerous. Load your Pikmin into the onion and your cells into my hull so we can take refuge in low orbit. Pikmin in your squad will enter the onion on their own at day's end, so call them all to you. Yep, got it. Alright, oh, y'all go ahead and get in there. Look at that, they're going through, like, the exhaust pipe. That's really weird. Alright, I'm gonna try and sneak into that hole one last time. See if I can't get a few more white Pikmin before the day is over. Going into caves and using those flowers is pretty much the only way to do it at this stage in the game. No, in general, that's the only way to do it. Well, I must say, this has been a pretty successful stream so far. Huh? What's this say? Sorry, I just saw a little, message in OBS that, made me a little bit scared for a second. It said, encoding overloaded. Is that why I was getting, stutters earlier? Ah, that's it. That's it. That's exactly what it is. I'm gonna have to, like, take a screenshot next time that happens. Alright, let's pay attention. I'm gonna have my finger on the screenshot button so that I will know exactly what to do. Excuse me, Mr. Hog. There. Alright, what did that say? Alright. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. I see. So that's what's been happening. I will have to examine that in further detail once the stream is over. Well, this is a bit of a rocky start. I haven't... Ugh. I'm gonna dread watching the archive back, because, yeesh. Not looking forward to seeing just how much the game has been stuttering. I mean, my friend just earlier said that the opening scene was like a slideshow. And that's no good. Alright, very good. I'm glad that this is going to work. Because we're going to need as many of these little white fellas as possible. I'm trying to like mentally prepare myself for what I'm gonna have to change. If worse comes to worse, we may have to turn down the frame rate from 60 to 30. I don't want to do that, but we'll see. I'll have something figured out by the next time I stream. I promise. So there's no enemies on this level at all? That's really suspicious. I guess they decided that poison gas was enough of a hazard. They'd need to throw anything else in here. I wonder if the Snagret will come back. Yes, I'm gonna have to look this up. I'm sure there's like a subreddit specifically for OBS where I can check out what to do about an overloaded encoder. I'm glad I finally have a name for what's been happening. Alright, come my children and feed. Look how fast they are. Oh, yep, Snagret came back. Not even gonna bother. Yep, that's right. You don't need to actually fight the boss to escape. Only need to defeat him for the treasure. Kinda like in Castlevania 2. You can just walk through the boss arena if you want. No one's gonna stop you. Alright, I'm glad we got that done. We'll be ready to go next time I stream this. But I think now is as good a time as any to call it a night. Oh, what now? Oh. You're just telling me how to call white Pikmin out? Okay. I don't think that message was supposed to play right there. Oh, whatever. Okay. One more thing I'm worried about. When I played Pikmin 1, I had a disk read error when I tried to save the game and finish the day. Now, thankfully, this game autosaves every time you complete a floor in the caves, so it's not too big of a loss if we do get a disk read error, but I would at least like to confirm whether or not that's going to be a problem with Pikmin 2. So let's see what happens. So far so good. Look at all that sponduli. Don't be fooled. We didn't actually lose any Pikmin. We just converted them. Although that does mean we have less than 60 red Pikmin, so we should probably make a few more. Oh, there's progress, Olimar. Remember, you'll never get anything done if you sit back and watch from afar. Be sure to hold R occasionally for a close-up view of the action. Thank you, will do. Oh, lovely. This is a very nice game to play. Pretty relaxing so far, too. It's not been too intense just yet. But it will be. This game does get hard. But thankfully for now, it's just a simple matter of growing and exploring. Like, even the burrowing Snagret was not all that bad. Maybe that's just because I'm, such a pro. I know exactly how to defeat these creatures. What weaknesses to exploit. Don't worry, they'll get harder. I guarantee you they will get harder. For now, I'm gonna enjoy the easy ride while I have it. Alright, let us go back to the title screen, because I need to change something real quick. Oh, can I not do that here? Oh. Okay then, I guess what we're gonna have to do is, if you'll pardon the blue screen here. Okay, no blue screen. Thank you. Alright, we need to change the screen position a little bit. That seems about good. Alright, cool. Golly, I've only got 2 games on here, and it's taking up this much space. I'm definitely going to have to remember to erase one of these when the time comes. You know what? I'll just go ahead and get rid of this. Alright, very good. What now? Is there any small thing that I can toy around with while we wrap up for the night? I'm gonna check real quick. Be right back. Nah, not really. I mean, I got games, but none of them are really quick enough to where I can just toy around with them for a few minutes. But what I can do... I wonder if this will work. Let's see just how long it takes for me to change my, capture input. Let me see here. See how big of a problem that's going to be. You know what? I probably shouldn't mess with it right now. I was gonna, like, load up... I accidentally muted myself. I don't even know how I did that. Sorry. I was going to see if I could load up Super Smash Bros. Or something, but it's probably for the best that I just leave it alone for the time being. I don't want to mess with my capture device's video settings. Because we just got it to where it needs to be for Pikmin 2. And I don't want to have to change it back constantly. So yeah, we'll just keep it like this for now. If I do any one-off stuff for the time being, it will be either on a GameCube or on my PC. So I guess that's it for tonight. Sorry for starting late. Sorry it's a short stream. Bear with me. I'm just starting back after a long hiatus, so it'll take me a while to get back into the swing of things. But like I said, Pikmin 2, we're going to be going through with it until we beat the game 100%. After that, we'll be playing Earthbound sometime in February, and then Cuphead in March. Harvest Moon 64 in April. I should really start, documenting these so that I have, a easily accessible list that I can just read from. Also this year, I think you can expect a bit of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and maybe also some old classic Donkey Kong Country. We'll see. And much later in the year, perhaps even Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure some new Switch title is going to come along between then and now that will completely distract me, and I'll have to stream that instead. But it'll be fine. I'm just letting you know what's on my mind. The only things that are set in stone are the first 4 months. January, February, March, April. We'll get to the details later for the rest of the year as we get to it. For now, I'm going to go ahead and go. I'll catch you guys about this time next week. Actually, Monday, I will also be streaming next week. So keep an eye out for me in the late evening, and I'll see you guys then. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you later. Farewell.